Okay, well, out of Colton's, I respect to Colton's busy schedule. We'll go ahead and get started wrapping up qualifying again ahead of tomorrow's Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg presented by RP Funding. Welcome into the Visit St. Pete Clearwater Media Center. Colton will start second in tomorrow's race, another front row start for him, and what is his 100th career start in the NTT IndyCar Series, driving the number 26 Gainbridge Honda. Just your thoughts on it was pretty tight. Still 2/10 though, but still a good way to start the season, correct?
Yeah. Hello? Just do I need to turn? Oh, there we go. Hey. Okay. Yeah. No. Solid start for us, especially like when you look at where we were in practice. Really wasn't gelling well. I wasn't extremely happy with the car, but I also wasn't driving well at all. So, to kind of come back refreshed after practice 2 and practice 1 and have a car that could compete. And thankfully I put everything together that time. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you have these Firestones that last one lap. It makes qualifying really interesting. It's going to make the race interesting tomorrow. But it makes our job very hard inside the car to get everything right for that one lap.
We saw some different things out there, cool down laps, all sorts of different strategy playing out. How did it affect you, or did you, obviously, something you guys talked about in engineering meetings, correct?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think it was, at least for us, it was only going to ever be lap 1, and even with a warm-up lap and then a push lap, the tires were still falling off at the end of the lap. So it was fun. I like it like that. I think it's really challenging for the drivers to put everybody on the spot. I think it mixes it up. So yeah, you need to be able to perform well under pressure when you have tires like this, and I enjoy it. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Also welcome in Scott McLaughlin, the driver of the number 3 Dex Imaging, Team Penske Chevrolet with his 11th NTT P1 award, second here at St. Pete. It is the 12th for Team Penske here on the streets of St. Petersburg, and for the organization, it is their 699th pole position.
My 70th.
And your 70th? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Look at that.
Yeah, I know my stats. Don't worry.
That's not bad. Congratulations. No better way to start 2025, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Great start. Thanks, Dave. Just super pumped with that. Basically from the Q1 Group 1 that we did, really felt like the car had it in it. And then in Q2, we sort of scraped in, just sort of missed the balance. And once we sort of centered the balance up again for Q3, I sort of knew in that first run that was going to be pretty good, and I could sort of lay it down as much as I could. So it was a pretty full commitment lap, as everyone else was, but certainly felt like I had a lot more confidence in the car. And it's credit to the team, because ultimately I gave them a bit of work last night. They're here till 8:30, and to come back and put it on pole, I mean, I don't want to keep doing that, but ultimately if I do that and then do pole the next day, that makes up for it a lot. So we'll keep working, and hopefully we can convert it tomorrow.
I was going to say it's quite a story the last 24 hours, really. I think I saw Kyle Moyer with some pizzas being delivered late last night, so the guys did a heck of a job.
Kyle's sick, though, because he kind of likes that. Like, he likes fixing cars, so he's a handyman.
We'll open it up for questions for either two. We've got Bob, we've got Joanne with microphones. We'll start here with Bob Pockras, then we'll go Bruce Martin after that, and then Nathan Brown.
Bob Harkris, Fox Sports. For Scott, was the car this morning, as it was yesterday, to do any kind of extra work or changes on it after the fix?
Yeah, Bob, it was an improvement on yesterday for sure, but we still had to keep working at it. I thought the best the car's been this weekend is obviously in qualifying. That was the main thing. So I was really happy with it. Only in Q2 was where I wasn't happy, and we turned it around. And
for both of you, I think Colton, you probably heard Scott say it's probably a 3-stop race now with these tires. I'm curious, do you believe that? And also, are you surprised that there's as much fall off as there is? That's what Firestone kind of said they had hoped to do, but you don't really know till you get here.
Yeah, I think it was more extreme than I thought it was going to be. Usually when we have deg races where we deg on the red tires or the soft compound, it's more so like you can maybe get a second lap in qualifying. So it was interesting to feel that. I think tomorrow is going to be interesting because of that. For sure, no doubt in my mind, a three-stopper. There's no way anybody takes these tires to 30 laps or whatever it is to do the two-stopper. But how long can you make them last? And, what's that going to look like? Is it going to be like 5 laps, 15 laps? It's all going to be dependent, at least for us, on what guys do behind us, and then we'll kind of pit from there, I think.
Your thoughts, Scott?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, honestly, there's not much to add. I think it's going to be a bit of a see what you can do. You obviously don't want to lose too much time mucking around on a set of tyres if you're getting hammered on the undercard or vice versa. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Warm up to see where we're all at.
Bruce.
Does the importance, the two of you finished second and third in the championship last year, so the importance to this race is getting off the season to a fast start, even though there's 17 races. Somebody's going to leave here on a hole, so just how important is it to leave here with a fast start?
Yeah, look, payday's tomorrow, so I can't speak on behalf of Colton, but I'm sure he's the same way. We just want to get a good race under our belt. Tomorrow, ideally a win, but you try and get away here with a podium or a top 5 and you sort of just run away with it. So it's a nice feeling to take those points and get going. For my circumstance, I need a stronger start compared to my last few years to make sure that I'm not chasing my tail halfway through the year.
Colton?
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily like you need to, but when you look at the championship, like you can't really have that many bad races, maybe one. And if you kind of blow it here, you're, I don't know, putting yourself in a hole for the rest of the year. So, but yeah, like Scott said, like my mindset always is going into the race is try to get top 5 here. Ideally get on the podium. If there's a chance to win, take it, but don't force anything. So, yeah, just get the momentum going for the boys.
Nathan?
Scott, first pole as a dad, what did it mean to be able to celebrate there in pit lane with a new member of your family?
I said to Carly, if I do get pole, run from the bus to pit lane because I just want to get a photo with her for that moment. So hopefully we can do it in victory lane tomorrow as well. But ultimately it was super special. She was awake too, so ideal timing. So well done IndyCar on the timetable for us.
Cool, thanks.
Pretty good luck charm there.
Yeah,
right?
it's just nice. Oh, she doesn't. Yeah, I've told her to stay away as much as she can.
Waiting for the rights deal, Jenna, before that happens. More questions? Let's go, Bob, on the far right side there. Or Joanne, thank you.
All right, I guess I'm up then. Now, Scott, I'm sure this probably isn't as big of an accomplishment as your first pole as a dad, but now winning a pole in any race is special, but given the circumstances of the last 24 hours, what does it mean to you to be able to pull out a pole after that?
Yeah, it's for sure. Obviously, it wasn't the hit that I had yesterday wasn't as bad as it looked. The theatrics were pretty crazy, but ultimately you hate giving the team extra work and go over the garage hours and whatnot. So yeah, anything you can do to repay them. They always say just go out and get pole. Just go out or do whatever. They're always, the team are just they love working on it. Yeah, the long hours suck, but that's it's kind of a passion, and it's just nice to repay them in some ways. It's the only way I can do, apart from maybe a Coors Light after the race or something like that. That's probably it. So.
Take 2 questions off Zoom before we wrap it up. Archie O'Reilly, Dive Bomb Motorsports. Go ahead, Archie.
Thanks, Dave. Scott, you signed a new deal with Team Penske, so I just wanted a few details. How long was this in the works? When did it get over the line? And ultimately, how does it feel to get that over the line as well?
Yeah, it's just over the off season, man. It was a simple sort of conversation we all had, and it was done pretty quickly, I guess. So yeah, pumped to do that, and good security for me and my family moving forward, and yeah, just it's something that takes another focus off. I don't have to answer questions about it. I just focus on and get going, and yeah, I was pumped to get it done.
And this is still only your fifth season in IndyCar, and you've beaten your Penske teammates the last couple of years, won on every type of track now. So as you sign this new deal, if you're given time to kind of just reflect on the rise you've been on these last few years.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm proud of the opportunity to come here. I never thought I'd probably be here. You know, I was talking today to a friend. I was 7 years in the main series in Australia, and now I'm in my fifth season in IndyCar. So I'm not far away from being longer in the professional IndyCar as a professional driver in the IndyCar series. Than the Supercar series. So it's kind of crazy how my life's changed. But love it, love every second here. Enjoy America. You know, I love it here, and don't really see any plans on leaving. So I'm really enjoying it.
Cheers, Scott. Congrats, guys. Cheers, Dave.
Thanks, Archie. Colton, we'll go ahead and cut you loose. Congratulations on the front row start. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll wrap things up. David Turner from Racing World down in New Zealand. Go ahead, David.
Thanks very much, Dave. Congratulations, Scott. This is part of the Kiwi domination here. 3 Kiwis in the top 6, so that's a good way to go. For you personally, and I know others have kind of touched on it a little bit, but psychologically, after what appears to be a massive off-season, to come back this strong straight away, that's a great way to kickstart the season, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just glad I'm a dad now. I haven't lost 2/10, as everyone says. So, you know, I feel like we had 2/10 gap on Colton's. Maybe I gained it, but no, I'm really proud. Obviously, you know, having Lucy in the off season, best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, and probably just brought me down to a level that I never, you know, there's more to life than racing in some ways. And now I've got I said to many people throughout the week that I feel like when I go home, I've got a home. You know, I'm worried about my wife and my daughter, my family, and then when I go to the workshop, I'm refreshed. I'm excited. You know, it's not that I don't think about them, but I'm so focused on work because I know that when I get home, I'm going to be too busy changing diapers and whatever. So, you know, I'm really happy with the work-life balance that I've got going on here, and it's credit to my wife and my family, and yeah, I just really enjoying it so far.
And then just quickly, you know, like during that off season, obviously, you know, Lucy and then running with SVG at the Rolex and things like that. But when you get back into this, do you feel like this is the time to get the season going again? You know, you've had your off season, you've had some snow and all of those things that you have up there, but this is game time again now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and what a place to start. Like St. Peter's, a track that, you know, always provides so many great, you know, memories and vibes, and people here are so passionate, and there's so many people that are probably not race fans but just enjoy the theatrics, enjoy the racing itself, and just enjoy it. And it's such a different demographic you see here. It's really cool, and yeah, it's a great way to kick off the season for all of us in IndyCar.
Well, it was the site of your first win, if I'm not wrong. So maybe tomorrow bring another one, and maybe we'll get a Kiwi podium sweep as well. So
maybe.
Congratulations on today, and look forward to catching up again soon, but go well tomorrow.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, man.
Anyone else in person for Scott? Maybe the good vibes will continue tomorrow. Best of luck tomorrow, Scott.
Immaculate.
Again,
Thank you.
11th NTT P1 Award, 699th for Team Penske as an organization. The next on-track activity for the NTT IndyCar Series warm-up begins bright and early, 9 a.m. tomorrow. Green flag tomorrow afternoon at 12:29 with Fox coverage beginning at noon. Thanks, everyone.